name is Tori and I'm a Winnie the Pooh collector from the UK. And today I thought we could talk about my top 5 rarest items in my collection. And before we get into this, I do just want to do like a quick little disclaimer that the word rare is being used quite loosely. I wouldn't necessarily say that these are all rare, more just like either hard to come by, sold out, or just uncommon. I did have a few pieces that I couldn't decide between showing you, so I've just picked out 5, but I could, if you enjoy this video, I could always do another one. I've also gone for a range of different items. We've got Plush, we've got Loungefly, we've got a few things from the 90s. So anyway, I think without further ado, let's get on with the video. This is in absolutely no particular order. I don't know how, like, which one is rarer than the other. I just know all of these are pretty hard to come by. And obviously, you know me, I can't rank it in order of favourites to least favourites. I just love it all so much. So the order we're going through them is whichever order I pick them up in. First off, I want to show you my Polly Pockets set. This is from 1998. This was on my Grail wish list for so long, and I feel super lucky to be able to have added this to my collection. It came up on Facebook Marketplace for £20, which is a pretty good price when you consider the paintwork is immaculate. No like sun damage, no fading, no chips, no any signs of damage, and also the fact that I got figures included in it. I have seen these on eBay before for £20 and even higher for bad paintwork and no figures. So I felt very lucky to be able to come across it on Facebook Marketplace. It wasn't a local marketplace find either. It was, I think we had to drive like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes to get it, but for me it was just absolutely worth it. So as I said, I did get figures in it. They're absolutely teeny tiny. I hope you can see them. I've got Rabbit down the front here, Pooh Bear, and he's got a honey pot. You got Tigger back there. Eeyore has just kind of fallen over a bit, and then up the back there, can you see there is Kanga as well. All the pieces to this house, to it, do open. These all slide open, and then this house turns around. This treetop lifts up. There's like a bit here. Do you see this little tree stump here? That swivels, and then Piglet, who's on the bridge, turns, and there's a stick in the river so you can play Pooh sticks. I can't believe how lucky I got to get it in such good condition with figures, because a lot of the time you see these, it doesn't come with figures. I literally saw one at the car boot sale earlier this year. I think it was in the summertime. No figures, not the best paintwork. It looked like it had been sat in the sun because it was quite pale, and she wanted like 35 quid for it. So I feel like I got very lucky with it. It's a bit of a rarer find nowadays, but I feel so lucky to be able to have it in my collection. I was a Polly Pockets girl growing up, so to be able to have this in my collection just feels perfect for I think while we're talking about the 90s, it's a good movement into my next pieces. I feel at this point I've spoke about Pez in like every single one of my videos this year. It just feels that way. I know that's probably not the case, but it feels like that. As I'm sure you know, in the 90s noughties, Pez were absolutely huge. Everyone was collecting them. And in the late 90s, Pez released a Winnie the Pooh collection with 6 characters. Pooh, Eeyore, Tigger, Piglet, Lumpy, and Roo. And the reason why I'm showing you these 3 instead of the whole 6, you can see them back there. I've got Pooh, Eeyore, and Tigger from the new release they did in 2022. I think I didn't get the 90s versions of them because I already had the newer ones. These ones are classed as rare because 1, they didn't re-release them in 2022 when they came up with those ones. So these haven't been re-released since the 90s, and they were quite a limited run as it was. Particularly, I want to speak to you about Piglet. Roo and Lumpy are still quite hard to come by, but not as hard as Piglet. So as I said, these were released in the 90s and they did all eventually get discontinued, as most collections do. But Piglet's run came to an end a bit more early to the other characters. Pez decided to discontinue the Piglet Pez first because they deemed Piglet to be the least popular character. To me, that seems absolutely crazy. I'm sure to you that seems absolutely crazy, but I guess looking at it from Pez's point of view, obviously they can tell which character is selling better than the others because obviously they've got all the demographics and statistics for it all. Like, they know who's selling better than the others. But I've just just those words alone feel absolutely crazy to me. Piglet being the least popular one, like that's crazy. Like when you think of Winnie the Pooh as a franchise, you think of Pooh, Piglet, Tigger and Eeyore as being the main four. But Piglet was the least bestseller, so they discontinued him early. And he was quite a mission for me to find, particularly in the UK. I could find a few of him in the US, but obviously shipping over to the UK makes it a little bit silly, especially for something this size. And then my mum found him on eBay last summer and didn't even run it by me to check if I wanted him. She knew I was after him, knew I'd wanted him, and brought him for me. So thank you, ma'am. I mean, look at that iconic trio. How can anyone not love them? Moving on to a plush. This was picked up for me by my friend Claire. You'll probably know her from her username on Instagram and TikTok. She is Alice Collector UK. Huge Alice in Wonderland fan, so if you like Alice in Wonderland, go and check out her content. She went to this like collectibles store. They had so much stuff in there, and she showed me they had loads of the 90s noughties Disney store beanies plushies that I specifically collect. There was like a whole wall of them, all in these protective cases, which I found very cool. She sent me a picture and said, is there any here that you want and you'd like me to pick up? This one instantly caught my attention. Before I replied to her, I quickly had a quick Google search of him, and he is originally from Disney Store Japan, never got released over here in the UK. I believe he was a limited release in Japan, so all the signs heading towards him being a bit rare. So that's why I kind of keep him in this. I will take him out to show you, because he is one of my rarest plush in my collection. He was never released in the UK, only a limited release in Japan. Pooh Bear dressed as a pineapple. Look at his little, it's got the little leaves on top. He's very yellow compared to the other plush I have in this style. Don't know why. He's still got his Disney Store tag on, and you can see how much he would have been if you'd have brought him brand new in Disney Store Japan. And my friend Claire paid £15 for him, which I think definitely reflects on his uncommonness, because I think it varies how I'm looking at my ladder shelf over there, which is where I've got most of my collection. It varies how much I pay for them. Literally depends on where I find them and what ones they are. I paid 75p for one at a car boot sale last week. I've also then paid up to £12 for some. Completely depends. There's a big like price scale on these, but for a limited release Disney Store Japan one, I think £15 is pretty fair on him. I don't know why he is like neon yellow. The next plush I'm going to show you, I'm going to save till the end so we don't do a load of plush all in one go, but I think you'll know which ones they are. I need to get this kind of plush container for them. I have seen, so this obviously just holds one plus. I have seen you can get them to hold multiple plush. I'll need one to hold 4, so I need to search online. It obviously, you can see on the lid, I don't know if you can see, but it says TY, so it's obviously designed for Beanie Babies. So I'll have to Google Beanie Babies display case, and hopefully I can find one to fit 4 in, but I'll save those ones till the end. Moving on to a Loungefly. Now, technically speaking, you could class all Loungeflies as like uncommon or hard to come by, because obviously most of them are on limited run releases. More limited than others. Obviously the monthly release ones are technically limited if you think about it, but obviously exclusive launches are more limited than normal launches. Particularly this one, it came out a couple of years ago, sold out in like seconds on its initial launch. I was very lucky to pick it up on its initial launch. A couple of weeks later they then did a small restock, and then that's the last it's ever been seen on sale. Whenever I share this Loungefly on TikTok, or if it's even like in the background of my TikToks, my comment section is always all about this bag. People just saying they're jealous I have it, people saying it's their grail bag. I even had people asking me how much I'd sell it for, or if I'd be willing to part with it. And so pretty much it was my TikTok comment section that persuaded me to put this in this video. When I was trying to debate between different items, I remembered the comments that this bag gets on my TikTok, and I was like, yeah, you get a place in this video. And that is my lumpy Loungefly. It was exclusive to Truffle Shuffle, sold out pretty much instantly. It was such a quick sellout. I just got very lucky with it. I knew I wanted it, so I was on the website early and just waited, and I don't know, I just got lucky. I'm not always lucky with releases, but in this case I was. It was so popular, and I believe the restock sold out very quickly as well. I mean, you hardly see any lumpy merch, so you always kind of knew it was going to be that way. And also, you can see Rue up the top there. It's so cute. Yeah, whenever this is even like in the background on one of my TikToks, it's featured in a TikTok, everyone in the comment section is just talking about this bag, how it's a grail of theirs, how they want to have it. People will message me asking me to sell it. I will never part with this bag. I love it so much. And I know grails are technically stuff that like are on your wish list that you want to get, but I did see another creator talking about how grails can still be things in your collection. And I think this will always be one of the grails within my collection. I just love it so much. Oh, also, funny side story, which is just so fun, really interesting. The day I brought this on Truffle Shuffle, the initial launch date, was the day my parents picked these up from a car boot sale, the Lumpy and Rue pairs, same day. They picked these up in the morning, sent me a picture saying they got them, and then I got this on Truffle Shuffle. That's just so funny. And if you've been watching my content recently, I think you'll know the next plush I'm going to show, and this will be the final part in this video. My Beatles plush set. As I was saying with the Pineapple Pooh, I need to get a plush protective case to put these in. Obviously Eeyore is playing the drums, so I'll need one to fit 4 in. My best friend has told me so many times who is who. I know like the names of the people in the Beatles, but I couldn't tell you who's who out of these. Someone tell me in the comment section, because I need to get it into my head. When my best friend told me this, I was like, oh, I need to remember that because that will be useful information for videos. But I've now made so many videos with these and I just can't get it to stick in my head. So if you know the members of the Beatles, please tell me which character is which member. As I said, Eeyore is playing the drums. So Piglet and Pooh Bear I picked up from a car boot sale. Before I go any further into this story, I just need to let you know the average selling price of a set of 4 of these on eBay is around £100. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but about an average of £100. Keep that in your head. I got Pooh and Piglet from a car boot sale for about £2 each. I say about £2 because the lady did me a bundle of Winnie the Pooh stuff for £5, and I got another item in there as well. It was a mug and plush set, and I got these as well. So with that other one included, works out to be less than £2 each, which is crazy. And then it was one of you commented on a YouTube video saying you had seen Tigger on Vinted. As soon as I saw that comment, rushed over to Vinted, searched, scrolled, found him, made them a little cheeky offer because if you don't ask you don't get, and she accepted my offer pretty instantly, sent him out pretty instantly, and just like that I was 3 out of the 4. Once I received him in the post, I was like, right, I'm 3 out of 4 now. I can't stop there, I need to find Eeyore. But it's just so hard to find people online selling these individually, which, you know, that does make sense. If you've got the set of 4 of these and you want to sell them, it makes more sense to sell them together. Like, I get that. I couldn't find Eeyore individually on eBay UK or Vinted UK or Facebook Marketplace or any other selling site for the life of me. But then I widened my search and I was looking on eBay US, and I found the Eeyore I needed to complete my set on eBay US. My best friend lives in Colorado, so I sent her a screenshot of the eBay listing and I said, can you get it for me? I'll pay you back and just send it over next time you're sending something to me. And she did that. I think the next time she's going to send a parcel over here will probably be for my birthday, just assuming my best friend's going to get me a birthday present. We're in the end of September now, my birthday is end of October, so hopefully within the next couple of weeks I should be receiving Eeyore. I'm assuming, I'm just assuming here that my best friend is going to get me a birthday present. But yeah, Eeyore will be coming very soon to complete the set. Within that time I need to find a protective case for them. I saw one at the car boot sale the other week. I'm going off on a side tangent here. How I know what I'm looking for does exist, there was a stall selling Beanie Babies and they had a protective case with 3 Beanie Babies in, and so I was like, right, if they can sell that, they'll sell one for 4. So I need to be ordering that to put these in, because these are, I mean, I saved them for last. I said I was doing this in no particular order, but I think if I had to put these in an order, this Beatles plush set would be the rarest out of my collection. Whenever I go to Pooh Corner in Hartfield, I usually end up talking to the owner of there. He is like working every day there, and he has got such a huge passion for Winnie the Pooh. And he is so nice, and he's more than willing, obviously if he's not busy with work, he will stop and chat to you. And I'm always talking to him when I'm there about my collection. And I was talking about how, before I got my hands on these, I was talking about how these were my grail for my collection. And he said, he did pre-warn me that it would be very hard to get my hands on them, but he said when you do get your hands on them, don't let them go because they are so hard to come by. Keep in mind that, as I said, set of 4 goes for about £100. I got Pooh and Piglet for about £2 each, less than because it was another bundle deal. Call it £3.50 for these two, I think. Got him for about £6–7 on Vinted. And then Eeyore, I think my best friend made the seller as an offer as well on eBay, and kind of good job we did, because obviously I forgot the price that it shows you on eBay US is without tax. The price it was showing me on my phone was $12, but then the price it was showing my best friend was $10, because obviously it would then round up to $12 once it had added on tax. So it's kind of a good thing we did make an offer on it, because I completely forget that when you're buying things in the US, the price you see isn't the price you pay because you need to add tax on. So by us making a little offer, it like wasn't a big cheeky offer, it was just like I think a couple of dollars off. By making that offer, it kind of then counteracted like what we'd have to pay for tax. Girl maths. So all of that maths combined, I think I've now completely lost the maths in my head, but it works out to be less than £25 for the set of 4. I'm pretty impressed with that. I know technically speaking that was more than 5 items, but you had to, like, those Beetles plush you had to show together, my Pez you had to show together. So though technically speaking it's more than 5, it is 5 in a whole, because you can't like break up the Beetles. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Do let me know in the comment section down below what item was your favourite. I do have some more, like, as I said, not rare, just uncommon pieces in my collection. If you're interested in seeing those, do let me know in the comment section down below and I can make a part 2 to this video. I'll make a note of it in my YouTube notebook for future, so when I get more items we can do this again in the future. Anyway, do let me know in the comment section down below what was your favourite item I shoot in this video. And if you enjoyed it, please do pop that thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more from moi, do click subscribe down below. While you're down there, don't forget to ding the notification bell, and you might as well. You do down there. And I'll see you guys real soon. Bye!